There are so many fun shows and movies to watch out there right now, it can be hard to keep track of them all. And that's why we have our segment, Watcha Watchin'. And here with what he's watching right now is Terry Hollimon. Welcome.
I'm glad to be here to talk about TV.
Oh.
I'm on TV talking about TV, Mom.
I love it. It does feel like there's a lot more out there to watch.
There's a lot of content out there. And I think when we went through that whole pandemic thing and there was not, we had to binge watch stuff to keep ourselves occupied. And, they're keeping it going.
All the Oceans 1, 2, 3, 11, 12 over and over. And now, there's a lot more out there. Okay, so you're watching a show that I have not watched, Succession.
Yes.
Okay, first of all, set it up for me. What's it about?
Okay, the show Succession is about a mega super wealthy family. They're involved in the media business and all sorts of different type of mogul type of activities, and they're really dirty. They're nasty, dirty people. And so there's a couple of reasons why I love watching the show. Number one is you get a chance to see the opulence and the decadence and the lifestyle.
Houses and
yes,
the
the
planes,
lifestyles, the yachts, the private jets, the stuff that I will never ever experience, maybe. In life. But we get to live it through watching it on this show,
You just do it better than they're doing.
Right, because they are very dirty, nasty
we should
people.
say that they base this off of the Rupert Murdoch family.
Yes, and that again,
loosely,
we'll say loosely.
Anything. We're not,
exactly. We're not down in them.
So you like it because of the opulence. What else? Is it like a train wreck?
So that's the thing. It's a train wreck on every episode. Like every 2 minutes, there's a train wreck. Like these are, when I say dirty people, I mean like they're scrupulous. Like they'll do anything, and it's family members downing each other. Like the dad is doing petty stuff to the kids. The kids are doing bad stuff to the dad.
Why do you think we like that? Because we don't want to behave like that, but why do we want to watch it?
I think again, it's just because naturally we don't want to do. I don't want to be that person. No. Like I don't want to be the dad that trying to do stuff to
undermine the kids.
Exactly, and I hope my kids never do that. But
there must be something in us that just really enjoys that. I don't know. Okay, so another show that both of us are watching watched Shrinking.
Oh yes.
Okay, so this is with Harrison Ford, Jason Segel, and then Gabby plays
Miss Williams. Plays Gabby.
So and I love it because the premise is Jason Segel's wife. He's a therapist and his wife has passed away.
Right.
And I like it because it's honest. He kind of takes a dive and has a really messy life, which affects his daughter at home and the whole cast.
Right. I think so. So when I watch it, one of the things that really strikes me is that you see this therapist, right? And his job every single day is to go in and make people feel good, determine their problems. And he has the most deep-rooted, deep-seated problems. And it's something we probably never really think about, as people going through our daily lives, that these therapists are dealing with our problems, helping us get through this depression and anxiety, and they're going through their own things on a day-to-day basis. Like you said, this guy lost his wife tragically, and then he's having to deal with a young teenage daughter and her issues.
And he makes a series of really bad decisions that you also can say, that's a bad decision, but I can see where you got there.
Right.
But it's also very funny, and I think Harrison Ford's also quite brilliant in it.
Oh, they do a great job with him,
Okay, so tell me, what about when you're watching a show with your wife and you always watch it together, but then she goes out of town?
Right.
Are you allowed to watch ahead?
That's the challenge, right? We call it binge watch cheating, right? Like you watch a show without the spouse. You're not supposed to do that.
Okay, but do
Susie,
you?
But she's watching right now. You want me to tell her myself?
All right, Heather. Okay, so have you ever watched it but then pretended like you hadn't watched it?
I'm watching Shrinking. I'm watching Shrinking without her. She's been out of town. A couple times she's been under the weather. But I'm like, I don't want to watch the shows we have been watching together. So I started watching Shrinking without her.
All right,
I feel bad.
I've done that before, and then I kind of have to pretend sometimes that it's all.
It's a healthy lie, right? That you tell to keep your relationship together.
When you're watching shows, though, do you worry about being on social media and the spoilers?
Oh, yeah. So sometimes, like with Succession, I'm a little behind on Succession. So I saw online the other day, oh my God, can you believe what happened? And I immediately shut it off. Like, I can't know. I'm sorry, Twitter, you're going to ruin everything. So I shut it off. So I don't know what's happening yet on Succession. So guys, don't send me any messages.
You're actually safe with me, and I think that's probably smart. Although you have to you have to give it a little bit of a. You can't say I'm not watching for 3 weeks. Don't give me any spoilers.
Yeah, it's tough.
There is a limit on that.
There has to be a limit.